Okay, we're going to get into some really different stuff now. We're going to look at creating our own classes. So let's say we know enough code now that we want to create our own class that we can pass information to or use as an object and use its functions to perform action. That's what we can do. So here's how we do it. We're going to go up to Project. We're going to say Add a Class. And we get the chance to name it. Now we have to be careful with what we name it, because when we name different classes, if it already exists as a predefined class like integer, math, random, we don't want to do it. So what we want to do is we just want to call it something pretty generic but still accomplishes what we wanted to do. So I'm going to call it, and classes do start with a capital letter. I'm just going to call it calc. I'm going to call it calc. Now over here, we can do a couple things here. I'm going to do one thing you're familiar with to begin with, and then I'm going to do something later on that you're not. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do private function. I'm going to just call it add. And then we're just going to call it num. We'll keep with the first. By-val first as integer. By-val second as integer. And then return first plus second. So that is something you're familiar with. Now what I'm going to do is go back over to our form, create an instance of this. I'm going to hit save on it first. I'm going to do what's called creating an instance and then have the program perform the calculation.